Today I'm looking at an older-ish kind of set. It released some months ago now, but up until the release of this set, it was proving to be quite controversial. This is set number 75359, 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper Battle Pack. It came out in August and it retails for 20 USD and 37 NZD. This is just a rip. Now there was a horrific rumor going around that LEGO was increasing the prices of battle packs again. Somewhere it was said that this would be 27 USD, which would be closer to around 45 NZD. It turned out to be false, but it has risen a little bit, 37 instead of the usual 35. But we shouldn't be too thankful because $37 for this is still awful. It is an ugly price. Thankfully, if you've seen the other LEGO Star Wars reviews on this channel lately, 30% off sale. Huh, look at that. Brought this baby down to $25. Felt good paying normal battle pack prices again, but that's why this is coming out now instead of back in August. I refused to pay $37 for it, but I could do $25. Tragically, battle packs have been a bit of a rip-off lately for just a short while now, originally being priced at $20 NZD when they first released, and then they were $25 for a few years there. I want to say around the 2015 era-ish. When they eventually went away, they came back at $35, which is disgusting on LEGO's part. The first battle pack to return sold so poorly that it is still actually available on shelves here, so LEGO quickly banged out a 501st pack. Naturally that one did sell out everywhere, and now we have this one for Ahsoka's troops as well, which is great actually, because now the one and done trooper from that tank set actually has some friends to play with. Maybe this should have released back when that set was still around though. So your set overview here is a little swamp speeder sort of thing, plus 3 regular 332nd clone troopers and a named character in Captain Vaughn. I've never reviewed a battle pack on this channel before, but I think I'll start with the minifigures because that's the most important part of these kinds of sets. So we start with Captain Vaughn here, who is the only named character in this pack. Some people claim it to be sinful on LEGO's behalf for including named characters in battle packs. I understand the mindset behind that, I really do, but also that Bounty Hunter one is one of the best battle packs ever released. Fight me. Getting multiples of characters like this will bother some people, but this figure is very barely recognizable as being anything different from those other regular troopers, that it really shouldn't be that big of an issue in all seriousness. Having said that though, that's exactly why this figure is a bad inclusion. He has very little going on here that makes him stand out from those other figures, so why exactly did LEGO even bother? When LEGO released that fabulous Commander Cody figure that we all went nuts for, they made sure to add some additional coloring, like the grey coloring for his lower torso on the armor. Vaughn, I think, has very similar armor to that. It's faint, but it is something. This torso is the exact same one that's used as the other figures in this pack, but he has a little tiny badge to show off his significance. Vaughn is also equipped with this neat looking jetpack thing that LEGO have at least printed on his back here to show off some significant difference from the others, but the other troopers actually do have backpacks in this set, so having 2 no-named characters have an actual jetpack and the leader of this troop simply has his printed feels very cheap. Vaughn's worst offending crime here for me in this case, if you don't know, I really hate when named clones have the same generic face as the other troopers. I at the very least expect to see a new expression just for the named characters. We very rarely get named clone troopers in sets period. There's like still less than 10 of them I think in total, and over 1,000 trooper minifigures at this point, so the same head being used as others is really lackluster. Like I said, you can complain all you want that the battle pack includes 3 repeats and a named character, and that ruins the multi-buying addiction that people have, but the Vaughn figure is a lazy repeat anyway. As for the actual troopers themselves, they're great. I really love them. I love them in the tank, and I love them here as well. That orange, white, and blue coloring mixes so well, especially on that nice plastic. It's also nice to be back to having regular blasters included in the battle packs, not those stud shooters. These figures are all the exact same as one another. 2 of them include a jetpack though, like I said, pretty similar to Vaughn as well. But it wouldn't be a LEGO Star Wars clone set without a little bit of controversy. People really hate these helmets that are included. Why? There's a few reasons. The printing now is slightly off, but I still don't personally see it myself, and the helmets have these exposed holes directly above what would be a pretty good place to include helmet accessory holes, because LEGO have chosen to reuse the same helmet here for all 4 figures, even though only one of them uses accessories in his helmet. They do this so that it gives you the option of customizing them yourself, and that probably goes over really well with the kid audience. I'm likely out of touch with modern LEGO Star Wars audiences here, because I don't know if they just want the holes to be moved down or if they want them removed altogether. All I can tell you is that my honest opinion is that it's not that big of an issue for me personally. I'm a lot more annoyed and bothered by the lack of character given to a character than I am a helmet's detail line appearing slightly differently in this one, or a hole being where it shouldn't be. The Swamp Speeder is a really nice downsized version of those builds that we've come to be used to. I think I prefer vehicle battle packs over things like cannons and structures that they usually tend to do. I can see myself buying multiples of these rather than these, but I never end up buying more than one anyway, just clarifying. The last time I did that was when they were on a sale, and it was one of these ones, so it's been a while. It is a very small build compared to those regular scaled ones. I don't know how long it's been since we saw the last one actually. I like the curvature design here, first time in this brand new color scheme matching the 501st Troopers. It only contains 2 seats, no control panels for driving, and there's no space for the jetpack troopers either. The builds and battle packs are usually just okay. More often than not, for me at least, they tend to be more misses than hits, but I like this one. It's a nice inclusion overall with some good parts, color scheme as well, and it fits with the larger scaled vehicles that I have. There's also a little cannon here for extra. It's the newer stud shooter, and there's 2 more of those attached to the vehicle. What improvements are there to be made? I realized that since I only started collecting LEGO Star Wars from around 2000 to 2012-ish, I stopped and I picked it back up at around 2015 or 16 or so. Because of that, I don't have any regular Phase 2 clone troopers from Revenge of the Sith. Apparently these guys haven't been around since 2014, and I would love to see some of these guys released. I've got plenty of Phase 2 looking troopers, but they've all got special 501st type prints, and I have a lot of Phase 1s. I don't need more Attack of the Clones era clone troopers. I also remember seeing as a kid the Versus series of battle packs. Sometimes you got one that had some droids and it had a couple of enemies of some kind, so I think it's time that that sort of idea returns. It would have been nice to have seen Maul's Mandalorian troopers, because I don't think we got any during the releases of the Clone Wars Season 7 LEGO sets, and they exist because I have some from that Darth Maul speeder set. But anyway, the box is a nice little print of Mandalore being based on Season 7. There is a logo for the anniversary of Clone Wars as well. At the back of the box we have an image of the set and those special play features that we've gone over as well. The instructions, same old same old. We do have an advertisement here at the back for Yoda's Starfighter and the 501st Battle Pack. It's a nice little battle pack overall, it's just that it also happens to match that same quality as all of the other ones for me, just fine. I like some of the figures that are included, and I do like the speeder, but I do want to see something that's new about the battle pack, something fresh. A price drop, for starters, Jesus, or something that's a bit more substantial included. Like imagine if we got an additional minifigure. If you enjoyed this review of a 2023 LEGO Star Wars set, liking and subscribing does help to support this channel. I greatly appreciate it. Ka kite anō.